The sun will shine for you in this month of March 2021 if you do these 5 things that I'm about to tell you in this video, because this is an Ascension energy update for March 2021. Keep watching, watch till the end. You are divine. Beautiful children of the stars, look at this. The sun is shining down upon me and upon you. It's the first really warm day here in Canada, West Coast BC. And this is very significant because I feel that this month can be truly transformational for you. But it's very important that you navigate this month very consciously, and that you keep a few things in mind so it can truly be good for you. And I'm going to tell you what these things are in this video. But if you're new, if you haven't yet done so, hit that subscribe, hit all the notifications, also hit the like, and to make sure that you don't miss any live stream, because I do a lot of live streams these days, okay? So, are you excited to see what is coming up in March? So, the first thing that I have perceived is that manifestation energies are really ramping up. Okay, time is speeding up. We are getting a lot of upgrades or downgrades, depending on where you stand on this earth plane right now, depending on the vibration that you hold. So, if you're going to manifest more, what does that mean? It means you can manifest the good, the bad, and the ugly. And right now, this year, the whole of 2021 has been a year where things have been coming out more and more. And the manifestation energies and powers of everyone on the globe are ramping up. It's like there's an exorbitation, there's like an exaggeration of everything that is happening. The good, the bad, and the ugly, like I said. And for you to tap into that, and to use this energy for yourself to create a good life is so important. It's not important, it's imperative for your survival in 2021. It's imperative for the survival of mankind that we lightworkers take these energies and we work with them. Because we know that there is a lot out there. There is the good, the bad, the ugly, the evil, the light. There is all of that out there. We know that by now. And everything is coming to the surface. And now everyone wants to manifest their energy. The bad ones as well. And we see a lot of that happening. There's actually physically on this earth, there are negative things and negative agendas that are manifesting. We can't ignore it. But you don't have to be part of it. You don't have to play in it. Because you are just as strong and as powerful, or even more, because you're a being of light. You're just as powerful of a manifester as anyone else out there. Okay? So, bearing this in mind, this point that the powers of manifestation are ramping up, let's get into those 5 different things that you must do to absolutely crush this month of March. We started off with a powerful full moon. Did you feel those energies? We started off with being upgraded again and again and again this whole year. And in March, I felt these upgrades. And the question is, how can you make use of them? So let's get into point number 1. Very simple. You have to keep your vibration as high as possible all the time. Okay? You have to keep your vibes up. Your vibration rate, your soul's vibration, your emotional vibration has to be at a very high level. Because if you let yourself get too low, if you let yourself get to a point where you are being pulled in to the negative agendas, to the negative processes, to the negative energies, you will start to manifest more negativity. You will start to manifest more negative vibrations, and it's a spiral downward. So do whatever it takes to keep your vibrations high. A daily practice, when you jump out of bed, ask yourself, what am I going to do today that is beautiful, that makes me smile, that makes me happy, that keeps my vibration high? Write a list of the things that keep your vibes high. Good food, going swimming, listening to good music, Meditation, of course. That's the one thing. If you only do one thing, start meditating. I always say that. Whatever it takes, go for a trip. If you're feeling aches and pains, right? Start to look for alternative therapies. Go for a massage. Do whatever it takes in the moment to keep your vibrations high, because if your vibrations are low, then you will draw onto you with the accelerated manifestation energies. Remember that. You will draw onto you, if you're low in vibration, more negative realities. So you just can't do it. You can't just say, oh, whatever, have a bad day. I'll just, rant and rave. I'll let myself go. You will be tested again and again. This is the year of the big test. This is the year where your mastery will be tested. Your emotions will be tested. Your triggers will be tested. And if you're in a high vibration, and if you're consciously trying to keep yourself high, you will not be triggered and you won't go into a very low spiral. Obviously, when something happens, I'm not saying suppress your emotions, subdue your emotions. I'm not saying anything like that. It's important to allow negative emotions to run through you. It's important to maybe cry or have a burst of emotion. But you can let that move through you in a second, in a breath, in a minute, in 10 minutes, and purge it and let those emotions out, and then again go back up. That's what I'm saying. So high vibrations no matter what. Keep yourself in the highest vibrational state you've ever been in your entire life, all right? So that's number one. Number two, since the manifestation energies are ramping up, you have to work on your own manifestation. You can't just go along in life hoping everything's going to go well. It's not going to work. You have to start to truly work on your manifestation techniques and practices. And I mean, there's whole YouTube channels dedicated to manifestation. In this whole week, the last 2 weeks actually, my spirit guides, especially the Pleiadians, have been talking to me about manifestation. And they have been giving me different manifestation practices, because I have been doing a lot more of conscious manifestation, visualizing my highest timeline, speaking love to my body, doing all types of different things. And later this week, I will do a whole video on how to manifest your highest timeline. And for those of you who are truly interested in like practicing, jumping in, actually doing and learning how to manifest best, I am going to do Star Journey number 2 this Saturday, okay? You know that I am starting to do group journeys. So the Pleiadians want to take you and me on a manifestation journey where you can actually, in the moment, shift into your highest timeline, jump into your highest timeline. We need to do this. So if you're interested in that, a little ad on the side, right? In the description box, you will find that. It's a group journey. It's affordable for everyone. There's even scholarships, right? So Star Journey number 2, we did the first one 2 weeks ago. Star Journey number 2 this Saturday. Take a look. It's so important. If you don't know how to manifest, if you don't have your manifestation techniques up to par, if you don't know how to shift into that higher self, into your best self, join me. It's going to be brilliant. So, manifestation, those techniques, actually creating beautiful things in your life, knowing how to do this actively. You know, I'm all about action. I'm not about the passive stuff. I'm about the active stuff, right? The Pleiadians are with me mostly, and the Pleiadians are about taking action. They're all about taking positive, inspired action and doing things, right? The manifestation coming from your positive mind, your positive thoughts, your positive outlook. We have that. I have that. I jump out of bed with joy every morning because that's my nature. Maybe it's yours as well, but that's not enough. It's not enough. You got to manifest actively, okay? So that's the second point. Work on your manifestation practices and actually do it. Do it, all right? Number 3, you got to cut those cords. You got to cut the cords to negative people, places, things. You got to cut the cords to your addictions. The cord cutting is necessary. You cannot manifest positive things, have a high vibration, have a good life if you are tied and corded in a spider web of contracts, negative emotions, ties, bonds, hooks, cords to people, places, and society. So this is truly something you need to do in March, because things are going to ramp up later in the year. I've been saying this every month. Things are ramping up. We're not at the height of the chaos yet, of the worldly chaos. Not saying you're chaos, because you're not going to buy into it. You're not going to be part of that chaos, right? But things are ramping up. And if you are stuck in negative contracts, you got to cut them. Cut the cords, cut the ties, cut the bonds. It's easy. Listen, you are powerful creator beings. You create your reality, your universe, your now. You're creating it in every moment. And what do you think you can do? If there's a contract, if there's a tie, if you feel corded to someone, if you feel you can't let go of someone, all you have to do is know that you can free yourself and cut that in any moment in time. All you have to do is just understand this. You're feeling this connection, this draining, if it's to a positive or a negative soul, if it's to a company, if it's to your job, it doesn't matter. You can just stand there and say, you know what? That's it. I've had enough. That's it. I'm calling in my divine power to cut this cord now, to cut it. I don't want it anymore. Be gone. And in that moment, the cord will be cut. It sounds simple, right? But the problem is that we don't believe it. We don't embody it. We have doubt. We don't think we can do it. The biggest problem of all life, of having a good life, is the belief that we can't do it, that we don't deserve it, that we don't have the power, that we don't have the strength, that we don't have the technique. No, that's not true. It's all BS. You can create your beautiful, empowered life now. You can cut the cord and bond to anyone and anything in this moment. Believe me, I do it all the time. It's possible, right? So cutting the cords is number 3. Okay, number 4 is that you must find a hobby that you love. That's just what I'm getting. You have to find something new and exciting and beautiful. Especially now, we're going into springtime. Perhaps in the southern part of the world, Australia and those places, you're going into fall. But right now is the time to start a new project, a new hobby that you can put all your attention on, something that you've always wanted to do, something that's super, super interesting. Oh, there's someone showing up there. That's okay. Hello. So, a hobby, a project, something that you can focus your energy on, something that you can focus your creative energy on. And this came to me because there's a lot of negative focus that wants to suck your attention. And don't buy into it. And in order to not buy into negative things that are trying to get your attention, you have to create, and you have to open up and do something that you love. Something where you can put your creative energy and focus on, that you can concentrate on. Because it's like this, if you say, don't think of the pink elephant, of course you're going to think of the pink elephant, right? So if I'm going to tell you, oh, don't watch the news. Oh, don't focus on the negative forces out there. What are you going to do? You're going to think about it. So you have to absolutely create a focus, something that is joyful, beautiful, something where you can pour all your talents into. And the message I'm getting is something new that you haven't done before, or something renewing something. And then put your energy into that. It can be different things as well. It can be 2, 3, 4 different things. But you have to have something to put your focus on every day, so you're not automatically focusing on something else, because you just won't have time. You won't have time for it. You won't have the time. You won't have the energy. You'll just completely forget about it. Because if you're having a really good time, and if you're creating new, beautiful things, then you don't even have time. Then you find yourself not watching the news for a week. You find yourself not even looking at what's going on out there. You'll find yourself so engrossed in and so excited about this new project, this new hobby. And you'll find yourself working with talents, working with abilities, calling in those abilities that you don't even know that you had. Maybe you can paint, maybe you can sing. Maybe it's time to create your own YouTube channel. Maybe it's time to create an Instagram account, a platform. Maybe it's time to start writing your book. Do that. Focus on it. And you will see that your whole life will change with that focus. So that was the fourth thing. Now, number five, you have to have heightened discernment this month. And again, leading towards the rest of this year, because the news, the agendas, the control systems, the governments, the rules, the regulations, all of that is going to get louder and louder and louder. And you have to right now practice your discernment, or else you will be pulled back again and again and again into the negative narrative. It's there. It's there. I know we're talking about the V. We're talking about the C19. I mean, that's all that we're hearing about. We're getting into fear-based agendas with these things if we focus on them too much. And remember, you create your reality, and what you focus on more and more will expand, and you will pull this into your life by focusing on it. So you have to be so discerning how much information you need and when to stop and then focus on what it is you want instead of on the agendas. That not only goes for mainstream media news or maybe what your friends are saying, the strife, everybody's in trouble. I mean, I'm sorry, but you have to think of yourself first. It's like put on the oxygen mask and then you can help others put it on. So if you let yourself be dragged down by all the chaos and negativity with friends, family, the whole world, you're drowning in empathy, you're drowning in sorrow, then you are not going to be able to help anyone else and you can't shine your light. So you have to think of yourself first. Strengthen yourself. And you have to be discerning. You have to say no to all the negative stories, to all the drama. You have to say no to the negative narratives, the agendas that will make you think, what if they force the V on me? What if I get the C? What? No. What if you don't? What if you don't have to take the V? What if? Think about that. And then visualize what it is that you want. Instead of looking at everything that's coming in, all these narratives, be discerning, say, no, I'm not interested in that. Okay, that's happening to them, but not to me. I am free, I am sovereign. I'm going to be able to live how I want. I'm not going to get sick. Yeah, should I sick, then it'll be a breeze, right? So be discerning on what you let in. That poor little brain of yours, don't pollute that poor little brain of yours with all the BS out there. Don't pollute it, right? We don't even have to talk about all the horrific negative, movies, that all the Hollywood, adult movie industry. We don't even have to talk about that. We know about that. We know about that. We're spiritual, beautiful seekers. That's already, we know. I'm talking about the little things. The friend that calls you every day that brings your vibration down, right? When you're scrolling, discerning what you see, read, hear, talk about, think about. Be discerning of your own mind where it pulls you. That's so important, right? If you start thinking about negative things and getting into fear, you can say, wait a minute, is this in my life right now in this very moment? Is it? No, it's not. Okay, good. What is in my life right now? I'm feeling good. I have beautiful people around me. I'm eating good food. I don't have this V in me. I don't have the C in me. Or if I do, or if I had it, then I am healthy. I am well. My immune system is strong. I'm a starseed with upgraded DNA that can heal anything, right? That's how you have to think, and that's where the discernment comes in for your poor little mind, our human brain that is so limited, that just keeps going on and on, to not pollute that brain with negative agendas and fear-based, manipulative, these spells. I don't have a TV. I haven't had a TV for I don't know how many years. Haven't had one because it's just BS. And I don't even watch movies. I've said this. I don't let anything into my brain that is not funny, positive, uplifting, fun in some way, interesting in some way, that is not beneficial to me. I just don't let it in. So you have to know for yourself, is this beneficial for me right now? Is this movie, news clip, person, book, thought, is it beneficial to me or is it negative? If it's negative, done, gone. Say no. And then go and do that beautiful hobby I was talking about. Go and paint your painting. Go and run outside in the forest, right? Go and learn Spanish. Do that, what I said in point number 4. Was it number 4? Let me see. Yeah, in point number 4. That was in number 4. I got them written here. So, those are the 5 things. And if you just write these things down, and if you follow these small tips, then your whole vibration, your whole consciousness, your whole being can shift. It can shift towards living that life that you want, towards having a great month, towards being more independent of what's going on in the rest of the world. You can truly start to shift into that timeline that you want, into the experience that you want. And now in March, you got to start doing this. You can't wait. You cannot wait. Say, oh, let's see what's going to happen. No, this isn't over. What's out there? For the rest of the world, it's not over. It's not over. I don't even know how much we're into it. We know we're ascending. We, the awakened ones, the starseeds, the positive people of this world, we can experience something completely different. But for the rest of the world, it's not over yet. And let me just give you a very, very quick reminder. We have always, on Mother Gaia, on this earth, lived in different worlds. You may be thinking, wow, what's going on? This whole world has changed and shifted, but there are countries, places, people, individuals who have always had very different experiences than you. If you think about the dictatorships, I've mentioned this, there's 50 dictatorships in this world, 50, right? 50. 50 countries where people are already oppressed, that they are already obligated to do stuff. They have no freedom. They can't travel. They're obligated to take visas, to do whatever they want. There are people even in free countries who have been living lives. Their world is a world of misery and abuse. And I mean, just so you know that you are saying, wow, suddenly the whole world is going crazy. The world has been crazy. I see this earth as completely different worlds. That's what makes our earth so unique, because we're not just one earth. There are experiences of the different people here on earth that are so different. They're so different. And so why should you suddenly now have to be dragged down into this horrible narrative about non-freedom, about obligation, about you being subdued, about you having a horrible life, sickness, diseases, mandates? No, it doesn't have to be like that. You can be free and you can create your own world that is beautiful here, right? So start by doing those 5 things to make March better and to be ready for the rest of the year, okay? All right, so that's it for now. Please, if you're interested again in how to manifest, go down to the link and sign up for this Saturday's live manifestation workshop with the Pleiadians, with the dragons, with the unicorn, with the lion. They're already coming in saying, I'm gonna be there. So it's manifestation for starseeds done a little differently. All right. So hope you join me on that journey. Anyways, love you all. Have a beautiful month. Natasha, Cosmic Empress.